Hey guys, my name is Andrew. I'm a member of the JSOM's Deans Council, and today I'll be interviewing Joanna here. First off, I want to thank Joanna for sitting down with us and talking about her experience and taking time out of her busy schedule to sit down with us. So let's get right into the interview.
First, so again, my name is Joanna. I am a sophomore majoring in marketing with a minor in visual arts. So I am also involved in the Davidson Management Honors Program here at UTD within our business JSOM program. I'm also a mentor within that program. I'm also a marketing officer for different organizations on campus for volunteerism groups. And I'm also involved in the American Marketing Association at UTD. So a little bit more about myself and a little bit more about campus involvement.
Oh, it's very interesting. Wow, I mean, that's a lot of organizations you're part of. How do you manage to handle that many things? Because I know that a lot of students are kind of anxious about college, and they do know that it's a big shift from high school. So how did you handle that transition, and how are you able to participate in so many clubs?
So exactly, that's a great question. So I think it's knowing yourself a little bit. So I did not obviously jump in trying to join as many organizations as possible. I actually tell my own mentees, try to start off with what you're comfortable with. Try to start off with some professional groups or clubs at first, and then build your way up. There's no pressure to be, club president of something by the time you're a junior or anything like that. And again, you should be joining clubs that you find fun. And here at UTD, we have so many different clubs that are available to you. So hopefully the clubs that you join are enjoyable to you. And so that makes it a bit easier. And again, it's just knowing yourself and knowing how much time you can put into both school while juggling clubs and making that part of your life. So.
Very true. So I know that there are a lot of great schools in Texas in general, and specifically in the Dallas area. Why did you decide on UTD and JSOM specifically?
Okay, so I really wanted to go to a campus that was really diverse. I thought that was really important as part of my education. And here at UTD, that's exactly what you get. You get a bunch of hardworking, diverse students who are really willing to put time and effort into things. And I wanted an environment where I could, be with my peers who are all kind of striving to reach certain professional goals. So that was one of the reasons I picked UTD. I'm also from Houston, so I think the distance for me was like perfect because it was like far from home, but like not too far from home, so I could still go home on the weekends, things like that. There's a lot of great reasons why I picked UTD. Those are some of them. But why did I pick JSOM specifically? I came into UTD knowing I wanted to be a marketing major, and so that, of course, just naturally ended up being in the School of Management. But then again, I think we'll answer it in some of the future questions coming along. But I think JSOM just has a lot of great resources and has a lot of other things about it that just make it special. But then again, for me, I knew that I wanted to go to JSOM because of my major.
So you're right on about talking about it in a future question, because right now I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite thing about JSOM? Because you're a sophomore now, and you spent quite a bit of time at UTD and at JSOM, and so we just probably want to know what you love about JSOM the most.
Yeah, so one of my favorite things about JSOM would definitely have to be just like the professors that I've met. So I've generally, I can say that I've built connections, specifically being within the Davidson Management Honors Program, but I've met so many wonderful professors. So it's a bunch of professionals who genuinely want to see you succeed in life. I had a professor actually help me get an internship last summer. And so things like that, they just genuinely want to invest their time in you. If you want to go and talk to them, meet with them, it gives you great feel for how your future might look like. Specifically, I made connections with my marketing professor and the marketing professionals there. So it's just a great place for you to really meet some people that you might actually be interested in talking to about your field, things like that. Just personal matters too. They're always there for you.
So, like you mentioned, you took part in an internship, and you've gotten a lot of chances to network with a lot of marketing professionals and people in your field. So going forward, what are your plans?
Going forward, I think for marketing, for me at least, it's pretty broad just because there's so many different opportunities that you can really get into for marketing. And, with COVID going on, there's not exactly a lot that I didn't have a specific plan in general, So I think my plan going forward was just to make as many professional experiences as possible, just get experience within the marketing field, figure out if I want to go specifically into sales, into retail, into different things like that, content creation. And so I don't have a specific plan, but again, I just want to use the resources I have right now at UTD to build up my resume, meet more people, and hopefully, have, I'm pretty open to anything after college and graduation. So I'm pretty excited to see where I can go in the field of marketing.
Sounds really great. Looks like you have an amazing future ahead of you.
Well, thank you.
So, what are some resources you would recommend students to take advantage of? Because there's a lot of offices available. There's a lot of professors. There's a lot of, I think it was called the study labs, where people, if they had problems with classes, they could go there. So, what are some resources that you specifically would recommend based off of your experiences?
Yes. So again, I came from a really small high school. So when I came to college, obviously it was just a completely different playing ground. And so one thing that really helped me, again, as I mentioned, the professors are always a great resource because they're your professors, so they know what you're doing in class. They do want you to succeed. And so that's always a great resource for you to use. Again, what's really great about being a JSOM major is that there's the CMC, which is the Career Management Center, and they're specifically there just for the JSOM majors. So you kind of have like priority access in a way. But I even know I used them a lot during my freshman year. So again, coming from a small school, my resume definitely looked different. I had not really had formal interviews before. It's just a very different experience. When I came to college, that was a great resource for me because I was able to go in. They were able to help me practice handshakes, talk about what I was going to wear to career fairs, talk about internships, clean up my resume, clean up the way I talked. And so that was extremely helpful for me. And I've actually made even connections within the CMC, which is always helpful because it's always nice to have someone in your corner just talk about, hi, like, how's my day going? Things like that. And, from that to professional, actually important things. But yeah, the CMC for me was really helpful.
Yeah, the CMC is amazing. They'll help you with anything from your resume to your interviews.
Mm-hmm. So, exactly.
Amazing resource. So, lastly, what are some of your recommendations that you have for incoming students or people who are thinking about applying to UTD? Because I know that the college application process and heading into college is, a big shift, like you mentioned, from high school. So, what are some tips and advices you have for those students?
So if you're talking about incoming freshmen or people who are thinking about applying, I would say definitely apply. UTD is very proud of where we rank. Like, we're just growing in terms of resources, in terms of students. I think we're really building our reputation, which is a great thing. So I think it's a great school to come and learn. Specifically, if you're thinking about JSOM, I would extremely, again, encourage you to do that. I've had a great experience working here. It's a great place with a lot of opportunities. You find there's a lot of career fairs for you to come and practice networking. There's a lot of great classes within JSOM. I think that it's one of the best choices you can make, especially if you're into business, because they have so many opportunities. And it's a pretty well-developed school here at UTD. So, because it's so established, they have certain programs and a lot of resources for you to help. And there's a lot of great programs and clubs and people for you to meet. So again, college is supposed to be one of the best times of your life. So I would definitely encourage you to apply to UTD because that would, it would be a great experience for you.
Absolutely. So that about wraps up our interview for today. I want to thank Joanna so much for sitting down and sharing her thoughts and experiences with us. And thank you guys for watching.